Alright, I got the RGB gaming rebuild. The build is built. It's getting there. Done a lot of work on it. We now have RGB light strips in the corners of the case, not on the top, but on the back and the front and the bottom of the inside rim. Just adding a little rainbow light. I'm leaving the fans on the inside and the sequential pattern, which I like. They just kind of change to different colors, and the RAM is still just kind of in a breathing color cycle kind of pattern. And I still haven't touched the motherboard zones, which I said I really wanted to have a motherboard that had controllable zones, and I just like it being red. But I'm gonna play with it later. I've still just been tweaking little things. Actually, I got into the overclocking, and it is running now at 5 gigahertz, stable at 1.3 volts. I turned the load line calibration up to turbo, and it is stable at this speed. The memory also is at 3600. You can see 1800 on times 2 at 1836 2T, which is, I didn't even do anything. I just adjusted the speed. Those were the default timings for the memory, and I just notched it up to the next speed without touching anything, and it survived memory tests for quite some time. So it feels stable to me. My temps, I ran. They're sitting idle, and it's a little warm in the room right now. I ran Real Bench for like an hour, and that kicked its ass. And it got up to like 68 was the highest peak, but it was hovering around 65, 60 max. And that's pretty good, I think, for this 5 gigahertz delidded 7700K running at 1.3 volts. Though the load line calibration tends to up the volts to like 1.32 ish. It just tries to keep it up a little bit, and sorry about the camera's kind of tilting. I need to get a new camera, and I will get a new camera. I'm going to camera shop tomorrow, so I won't have to use my phone camera, which has been working fairly well, but it's, I don't know, I want a better camera so I can kind of be a part of the video as it's happening. And I think it looks pretty good. It's not too obnoxious. I think when I put the glass on, it'll keep the colors down a bit. It's, you know, if you look in the mirror, it's there's a lot going on. So I was trying to keep it tasteful. I have full control over these lights, so I can turn them off, I can tone them down, I can do whatever I want. So I'll probably look for some kind of, easy color for normal use, and then if I want to throw a party or something, I'll turn on all the stuff. So everything's gone together really nicely. The Plextor NVMe drive was I plugged it in. The motherboard saw it right away, and I installed Windows, and then I had to turn the boot mode off legacy to UEFI. And because there was like every time the machine posted, there was like a Plextor logo that lasted for like 5 seconds. So if I didn't have the boot mode in legacy, the machine or the motherboard didn't even see the drive. So I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna have to leave that on. But I got Windows installed, and then I switched it to UEFI, and now it boots in like 6 seconds. It's really fast. And then I threw a crucial 1TB MX300 in the other M2 slot for some storage, and then I have a PNY CS1311 right here. Pretty quick drive as far as SATA drives go. I have one on my other rig, and I'm going to transplant it into this one. So I'll actually have 2 in this one for storage for games. I'll have plenty of storage. So what else? The power supply, the saga of the Thermaltake DPSG RGB 1250 watt. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful power supply. Horrible software. The software wanted me to like log into a cloud account and send my power usage statistics to the cloud like real time. and I didn't want any part of that. So I opted out, and every time my machine booted, it threw this big splash screen on my desktop, and if I opted out, it would tell me like I wasn't getting the most out of the software. I mean, it nagged me. Basically, it nagged me, and there was no way to get out of it. And it was the only thing that would control the RGB ring color in the fan. So I also discovered that software was preventing me from controlling the fans on my Corsair H115i. Just the PWM fan control was just gone. The fans were locked at 600 RPM. I couldn't do anything. As soon as I removed that software, it's called SPM, Thermaltake SPM. As soon as I removed it or just turned it off, everything worked again. I had full control. So I'm not running it now. I don't get the little color ring in there, but it's a really nice power supply, so I don't know. I guess I'm kind of committed to using it at this point. I could swap it out for something else, but I'm kind of over it. I like how the rig came out. It's nice. I have to put my 1080 Ti 4013 in here, and then do some more cabling and put the back on, put the front on, and I'm also going to take the lid, the top, and the front panel to a machine shop and get maybe well, I saw a pattern somebody had done with hexagons, little hexagons in a pattern on the top for a breathing. So I was thinking, because I have a lot of fans up here, I want to get the air in, and I thought that looked pretty cool. So I'm going to take the picture over to the machine shop and see if they can duplicate it. And then also on the front, I want these to show off a little bit, so I probably going to do something similar to the front. And I know it's kind of extreme to cut into it, but this case doesn't breathe well, and I want it to breathe, and I want to kind of show off my fans. So anyways, I can always get new panels if they come out horrible and I hate them, and so we'll see. One thing at a time. So I'll get the other video card in here and start testing, moving over all the stuff from my other rig to this rig and making it my primary gaming rig, Disruptor. So anyways, alright, this is a little long-winded, so you guys have a good night, and I will catch up with you with another video soon. Bye.